Individual awareness is powerful, but collective consciousness can change the world. Throughout history, small groups of awakened individuals have created massive positive transformations by working together with shared understanding and common purpose. Today, I'm going to show you how to build networks of conscious resistance that can counter programming systems and create alternative structures based on genuine empowerment. I'm Dr. Marcus Thorne, and today I'm going to reveal how to create communities that operate according to conscious principles rather than unconscious programming. The first principle of conscious community building is this: quality matters more than quantity. A small group of genuinely aware individuals can create more positive change than large numbers of unconscious participants. This is because consciousness operates according to different principles than mass psychology. When conscious individuals work together, they create what I call coherent fields, environments where natural creativity and empowerment become easier to access. This happens because consciousness is naturally collaborative rather than competitive. When people aren't operating from programming and limitation, they naturally support each other's development. But building conscious communities requires understanding how to counter the programming that prevents authentic connection. Most social structures are designed to create competition, hierarchy, and dependency rather than genuine collaboration. You need to recognize these patterns and create alternatives. Here are the key elements of conscious community building. Shared understanding. Members need to understand how consciousness programming operates and be committed to conscious participation rather than unconscious reaction. This means ongoing education about the patterns discussed in these videos. Environmental design. Create physical and digital spaces that support consciousness expansion rather than limitation. This means using sacred geometry principles and avoiding architectural programming that promotes conformity. Economic alternatives. Develop systems of value exchange that support creativity and empowerment rather than dependency and limitation, such as skill sharing, cooperative businesses, or alternative currencies. Communication practices. Establish methods of sharing information and making decisions that honor individual wisdom while building collective intelligence, moving beyond hierarchy toward genuine collaboration. Resistance strategies. Develop coordinated approaches to countering consciousness programming in your communities, including education, alternative media, conscious business practices, and political action based on awareness rather than reaction. The second principle is that conscious communities must be inclusive rather than exclusive. The goal isn't to create elite groups that separate from society, but to create examples of conscious living that inspire others to develop their own awareness. This means welcoming people at different stages of awakening and providing support for their development rather than judging their current limitations. It means creating bridges between conscious communities and mainstream society rather than building walls. The third principle is that conscious communities must be creative rather than just reactive. Instead of focusing primarily on what you're against, emphasize what you're creating. Demonstrate positive alternatives rather than just criticizing existing systems. When you create positive alternatives, you show that different possibilities exist. I've been part of conscious communities for years and have documented the principles that make them successful. In my book, The Saturn Conspiracy: How Ancient Cube Worship Controls Modern Reality, I provide detailed guidance for building awakening networks along with practical strategies for maintaining consciousness in group settings. You can grab your copy for just $2.99 using the link in the description below. Here's a simple way to begin. Identify others in your area who are interested in consciousness development and invite them to regular gatherings focused on learning and mutual support. Start with small groups and focus on quality of connection rather than mere numbers. The ancient wisdom teaches that consciousness is naturally collaborative. When aware individuals work together, they create possibilities that none of them could access alone. This is why conscious communities are so powerful. They demonstrate what becomes possible when programming is replaced with awareness. When conscious communities connect with each other, they create larger fields of positive influence, enabling small groups of aware individuals to affect change on a civilizational scale. Remember, you don't need permission from authorities or special credentials to create conscious communities. All you need is a genuine commitment to consciousness development and a willingness to work with others who share that commitment. Tomorrow, I'll show you how to maintain your awareness and continue your development regardless of external circumstances. But first, check out the Saturn Conspiracy and start building your own awakening network. The ancient wisdom is still available to those who seek it. The question is, will you remain isolated in your awareness, or will you help create communities that demonstrate conscious possibilities?